friends, I'm Rhiannon from Drawn by Rhiannon, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make reusable sponges. Reusable sponges are a great way to reduce plastic waste at home because regular sponges are actually made out of plastic, so when you throw them away they're just going to be sitting in landfill for hundreds of years, whereas reusable sponges, obviously you can use them again and again, you just wash them, and then when they do reach their end of their life, because they're all made of natural materials, they will just biodegrade down, so they're a lot better than just regular sponges, and I thought I would show you how to make them. So I started making these several years ago and they're a really good seller. I think they're a great product, but to be completely honest with you, they're a bit of a pain to make. They're really fiddly, and when you've got like tens if not hundreds of them to make, they're a real pain in the neck. I have discontinued them, so what is left on my website, that's all the stock of these that I'll have that will ever be. So if you want to grab a ready-made one, then check out the link in the description for the ones that I have left. But other than that, if you want to have a go at making them yourselves, then keep watching. You will need 2 rectangles of cotton fabric, a rectangle of cotton toweling that's the same size as your cotton fabric, and a rectangle of hessian which is a little bit bigger than your cotton. The filling is made of bamboo wadding, so you're going to want to cut 5 rectangles for each sponge, and you want to make sure the rectangle is slightly smaller than your cotton piece. Then finally you're going to need 2 pieces of cotton ribbon measuring about 15 centimeters each. The first thing you need to do is pin your cotton fabric to the backings. So put your cotton face down onto your toweling and onto your hessian and pin each one on. Next you want to sew 3 sides of your sponges together. So sew along 2 of the long sides and 1 of the short sides on each of the sponges. Then once they're both sewn, you need to turn them the right way round. So this is a little bit tricky, especially with the hessian, because it's quite stiff before it's been washed. So you want to just make sure you're getting it all the right way round and poke out the corners so you've got a nice neat finish. Next we're moving on to the filling. So you just want to sew a little staying stitch on either end of your stacks of the bamboo. This is just to help it stay together. It just makes it easier when you're stuffing your sponges. Once you've got each stack of bamboo sewn together, you want to stuff it into the sponge casings. So again, this is really quite tricky because you really want to make sure that the sponge filling goes all the way to the edges of the sponge. So really stuff it in there. I'd recommend using some sort of like end of a paintbrush or something like that if you're getting a little bit stuck, just to make sure that it is spread all the way to the edges of the sponge. Then once the filling is in, you want to just turn over the raw edges at the top and pin those together. Do that for both of the sponges, and then grab your little bits of ribbon and you want to sort of stuff those into the opening. So put both the raw edges of the ribbon, tuck it inside the opening of the sponges and pin those into place as well. So these are going to be used for hanging up the sponges to make sure that they dry out properly in between uses. Then once they're all pinned, it's just the last bit of top stitching to go. So first of all, you want to top stitch around all 4 edges of the sponge all the way around so that you're closing up that gap that we've just pinned shut. I always like to back stitch over the hanging ribbon just to give it a little bit of extra strength. Then you want to sew another rectangle just about 1 centimetre in from your first row of stitching, and this is just to help hold the bamboo in place so that it doesn't bunch up. Then repeat it again for the second sponge. Just make sure that you've definitely got all the fabric in the pin section so that we're not going to have anything falling out. And again, just go around and do a second row of stitching to hold that bamboo in place. Just to show you there, you've got your outside line of stitching and your inside line of stitching. So there you have it, you got your finished sponges there. You've got your scrubby one and your soft one. They're really brilliant. They work really well and it's just such an easy swap to make in the kitchen. So as you can see, they were a little bit tough going, so if you've got a lightweight sewing machine, this might not be the project for you because it is quite thick, the layers that you're trying to sew through. But give it a go and let me know how you get on. If you'd like to know more about the reusable sponges, I've done a product spotlight video on it, so go and check that out above. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you get stuck at any point when making the reusable sponges, then just drop a comment down below and I'll help you out. Click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video. Hope you're all having a lovely day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!